This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. The Denver Broncos traveled to Kansas City and defeated the Kansas City Chiefs. Final score of 20-13 there. Denver clinched the AFC West, and so there will be a new champion at the top of that division now that the Chiefs have been dethroned. Top five players that we have for Denver in this game: offensive tackle Mike McGlinchey, who I feel like doesn't get talked about a lot on that offensive line. We're always talking about Quinn Miners and Garrett Bowles, but Mike McGlinchey had a great game, and I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second. Defensive tackle Malcolm Roach with an 82.1, offensive guard Quinn Miners with an 80.3, center Alex Forsythe with a 78.0, and then edge rusher Nick Benito a 74.2. Bo Nix in this game at 82.8 overall grade. And then on Kansas City side of things, their rookie corner Noel Williams was their top graded player with an 82.5. Safety Brian Cook a 77.8. Wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster a 73.1. Cornerback Christian Fulton a 71.3. Safety Jaden Hicks a 70.0. And then Chris Oludokin with a 55.3, starting, of course, because Patrick Mahomes and Gardner Minshew are now out. Stats told the story, Dalton.
Well, this game was certainly probably closer than Sean Payton would have liked on Christmas night, and playing a tight game with still a very good defense in Kansas City and a struggling offense. I'm sure he didn't want to take this game down to the wire, but at the end of the day, kind of like the Carolina game we had earlier, it's very hard to win a game when you only have 66 passing yards on the night, and that's what the Chiefs had. Kansas City's fewest passing yards in a game since Week 17 of 2012 against the same Denver Broncos. You want to take a guess at what the quarterback matchup was in that game?
Kyle Orton.
2012 Broncos Chiefs.
No, wait. No, this wasn't Tebow, right?
Nope.
Was it? No, okay. Broncos Chiefs. I'm going to be wasting everybody's time. What is it?
You're forgetting 2012 was the first year of Peyton Manning in Denver.
Oh, I thought Manning was the next year. I thought that's what the whole reason why you were asking me that question is because it wouldn't have been Manning. Okay.
Peyton Manning versus, this was the one that got me, versus Brady Quinn. Which I didn't even remember Brady Quinn played for Kansas City, honestly. But I just thought that was fun. Week 17, exactly 13 years ago. Peyton Manning versus Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn threw for like 55 yards in that game or something. It was a bit of a mismatch. It was. But anyway, look, only 2 completions of at least 10 air yards down the field. 0 explosive passes of 15 or more yards. The Chiefs 4 of 11 on third down. The Broncos 11 for 18. And the Chiefs only had the ball for 20 and a half minutes in this game. At the end of the day, and he put up a good effort at the end on the final drive to get them within about 25 yards or so. But the Chiefs, I mean, they've been struggling on offense anyway all season, but with their third string quarterback making what is second career start here. First career start, I think it was. This was just not going to happen here against this Denver defense, despite the fact that, again, the Broncos it was a lot closer than they wanted it to be heading into it.
Yeah, to me, the stat that told the story was the Broncos' time of possession in the second half. Broncos had the ball for 19 minutes and 6 seconds, and the Chiefs only had the ball for 8 minutes and 18 seconds before that final drive. So Denver basically controlled the game the way that they wanted to all the way up until the final drive, and they were like, okay, well, after this, it doesn't really matter. So they controlled things as much as they possibly could have there. And I just think that time possession was really what made the big difference in this one. I thought the Broncos' offensive line was the most impressive in this game, 84.7 overall blocking grade, and the fact that their offensive line is really firing on all cylinders going into Week 18, that's what you love to see. 87.3 team run blocking grade, and then Mike McGlinchey specifically a 93.2 run blocking grade in this one. He had a 0% defeated run blocking percentage, which means that he did not gain a negative play on any of his run blocking reps, which you love to see. Most disappointing for me was Chris Jones. Not only did he have the offsides there at the end of the game that basically just gave it to the Denver Broncos, but he also had a 35.1 run defense great. I mean, it just was not a very good game for Chris Jones, and they needed him to be all-world and superhuman in order to win this one, and he was not. So he was my most disappointing there in this one. What about you? Most impressive, most disappointing?
Don't really have a most disappointing because honestly, this is a little bit closer, but this is about how we thought this game would go. Most impressive, I'll give it to Bo Nix, and it's a modest stat line with only 182 passing yards. But Steve Spagnuolo came out and basically said, we talked in the preview about Nix and all the deep balls, the deep shots of 4 big-time throws that he had against the Chiefs the first time. Well, he came out and basically ran a lot of too high and made Nix throw it in front of his defenders and really made him manufacture offense. That was one of the reasons the Chiefs stayed in this game as long as they did really the entire way through. But Nix made the adjustments. 2 big-time throws. One of them was dropped in the end zone by Cortland Sutton. Also 42 rushing yards and a touchdown on the ground. So I think this was a really good learning experience for him to go on the road against what's still a very talented defense, against one of the greatest defensive coordinators ever, and having to really battle and having to punch through an early kind of unlucky interception there that gave the Chiefs their only touchdown of the night. But Bo Nix really battled, and I can appreciate that, maybe even more so than the days we see him gunslinging and making 5 big-time throws and 4 turnover-worthy plays and everything like that. He really had to manage this game, and he did it well.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff. Because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter, by game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.